again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with another tutorial just for you. Hello! Hope all of you are doing really well today. I'm doing spiffy because I brought a little friend with me. In fact, he brought a friend too. Yeah, today we are going to be making really cute applique skulls just in time for the holiday season of Halloween. Oh yes. And I want to give a big thank you to Tashhag, the creator of this particular pattern, who has a store over on Etsy, and that's where you can find this pattern. Link is in the description box down below. And along with the skull, there's also a bat and a really cute pumpkin. So show your support for artists and small business owners and go over there and check it out. She's got a ton of really cute patterns, okay? I'm telling you. So go over there, check it out. And again, thank you very much, Tashhag. I really appreciate it. So for this particular little project that I did here, I used Red Heart Super Saver in the color of Aaron, and I used a 4.5 millimeter size crochet hook, a size G, because I wanted this to have a lot of nice tight structure to it. You can, of course, use whatever works best for you, but I like to let you know what it is that I'm using in case if you want to duplicate the results. Well, that being said, let's get started, shall we? Alrighty, let's hop in. Okay, round one. Now, I did make a slight alteration from the original pattern because I'm really not a user of magic rings. I like to do variations. If you can do a magic ring, more power to you, but I never really got the hang of it. So I'm going to start with a slip knot as per usual. And to create our ring, I like to do a chaining of 4 and a slip stitch to the first chain to create that ring. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then into that first chain that we created, slip stitch. And we have our ring. Okay, so from here, chain up 3. And then into the ring, 5 treble crochets. So yarning over twice, go into that ring, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. And we need 4 more. So yarning over twice, popping on in, pulling up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2, yarning over twice, pulling up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay, we need 2 more. Yarning over twice, pulling up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarning over twice, pulling up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Woo! 2. There we go. Okay, so we have our initial chaining up of 3 and then 5 treble crochets. Okie dokie. So from here, chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then also into that ring, going to do another treble. So yarning over twice, going into the ring, pulling up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And that is actually going to create one of the eye sockets. From here, going to chain 3, and then another treble, yarning over twice, Going to that ring, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and that creates the nose socket. Then finishing up this round, going to chain 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then going to join with a slip stitch into the top of that first treble that we made. You can ignore this chaining of 3. So into the top of that treble, slip stitch, like so. So we have our 2 eye sockets and our nose socket, all good to go. And then, of course, you can cinch up this tail and then sew in the end and snip, snip. All right, so that is round 1. Okay, round 2. Going to flesh this out a little bit more. So going to start off by chaining up 3. And then into that first stitch, right there, that first treble, 2 double crochets. That's 1 and 2. And then into the next 2 more double crochets. And then into the third, because we did a total of 5. Like I said, this chaining of 3 doesn't count. So the middle one of the 5, 3 double crochets. It's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, next 2 stitches, 2 doubles per stitch. So 2 doubles in the next one. And then 2 doubles in the last one. There we go. Okay, now into the chain 7 space, pop in with a half double. So yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, and then pull through all 3 loops for the half double. Then for the rest, 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. From here, chain up 2 because we need some height. So chaining up 2. And then into this treble, do another treble. So yarning over twice. Into that stitch. Pull up a loop. Pull through 2. Pull through 2. Pull through 2. So now we got the height. Then into the chain 3 space, 3 trebles. So yarning over twice. Pulling up a loop. Pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. 2 more to go. You can shift that over. So yarning over twice, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Yarning over twice, pulling up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And then into this treble, another treble. So yarn over twice, into the top of that stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Now we need to go back down. We needed height before, now we need to go in the opposite direction. We need to shrink down. So, going to chain 3 and slip stitch into that same stitch at the base. And that gets us back down where we need to be. Like so. So the chain 3 and slip stitch to that same stitch where we did the treble. Now, from here into the chain 7 space, 8 singles and then a half double. So into the space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And to give us a little bit of a boost, we do a half double at the end. So yarn over, pull up a loop, and then pull through all 3. And then to finish the round, into the top of that first treble that we made, slip stitch. Oops, I almost had it. And now I do. Slip stitch, and there you go. There. Okay, last but certainly not least, round 3. Now I made a slight variation from the original pattern, which was to do the final round in a different color, like a light gray or so. I like to keep going with the same color. That's just my personal preference. If you wanted to, you could cut the yarn, pull out the loop, and then put in a new color of yarn. I'm just going to keep using the same yarn though. That's just me and my personal preference. So for the round 3, we're going to do a single crochet round all the way around. Very easy, tidies it up, and gives it a little bit more structure. So chain up 1, into the same stitch, single crochet. And into each stitch, single crochet. It's very straightforward, very easy, and the only part that is a little bit different is when we reach the jawline, and I will show you what I mean by that. So we're just going to do this round together. Goes by pretty quickly as it is. Now, if, for instance, you were putting this on a garment or a blanket or something that was a similar color, yes, if you added a border with a contrasting color, it would pop more, definitely. So I do see the merits behind that. But for what I'm doing, I just like to use the same color. I'm just, voicing my opinion. Okay, so we're almost at the mouth, and it's here where it makes a little bit of a difference. So we've got 3 more singles to go. All right. Now, around this post, going to do 2 singles. 1 and 2. And then into the top of each of these stitches, single crochet. Okay, got this one right here. And then around this side post here, go around the post with 2 singles. And then into this next stitch here, right at the base, single crochet. You know, I choose to do 2. You could do 3. I think that would be totally fine. And then just single crochet our way back around to the beginning of the round. Now, if you plan on sewing this onto something, I would strongly suggest to give yourself a nice long tail so that you can then stitch this onto something. So I got this last stitch here, and then to finish up, slip stitch to the top of that first single crochet, like so. Shaboom! And your little skull is done. So yeah, if you want to attach this to something, instead of, you know, getting another length of yarn, etc., etc., just give yourself a nice long tail, cut your yarn, pull the loop through, and then you could just sew this onto something without even more ends to sew in. And there you are, a cute little skull. Alrighty, so that's going to conclude today's tutorial on how to make a cute little crocheted skull applique. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. I hope that you liked it, and if you did, please give a little thumbs up button down below because you know that I appreciate your appreciation as always. And I want to give a big, big thank you to Tashhag for allowing me to use her pattern for today's tutorial. Yeah. And again, please go to that link in the description box. Show your support. And in the comments section, I want to hear from you guys. I want to know, what are you planning on doing with these little cuties? What sorts of projects are you going to attach them to? What sorts of yarns? What sorts of colors? I want to hear from you. Yes, and you know what to do until next time, right? I want all of you, yes, you, I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, and please stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now, everybody, and have a great day.